Hi, welcome to Gemstone Tarot. This is your weekend reading for the 29th and the 30th of June. The July readings are mostly up. I think there's about 6 or 7 of those up, so check those out too for your individual star sign, for your delectation, for your enjoyment, for your viewing pleasure, as they say. Okay, woohoo! We'll just whisk past the devil that came up in the shuffle and see what's what. I'm using the Connolly Tarot, and I know, and thank you to those of you that have sent me the link for how to chomp the sides. Itchy nose. I will one day chomp the sides, and then I'll show you the results. I'll bring the cards on, and they will probably be like a strange oval shape or like a weird kind of map of Britain shape. We will see what we get. Say what you see. Right, oof, okay. This is really backwards kind of energy. We've had this all week, haven't we? I feel like apologising, but of course I can't, because, yeah, it's not about that really, is it? Oh, that's very beautifully rounded. Maybe if I can use that as my template. Although I think that started off bigger than that. As you can tell, crafting, not my MO. Not what I'm good at. Remember making a thumb pot? Did you used to do that at school? Where probably about in what we used to call first year of secondary school or big school, they used to bring out these lumps of brown clay, and we'd all get a lump of brown clay that would go on the table, and then we were supposed to thumb some kind of small vessel pot thing out of it, and I didn't know when to stop thumbing. I just thumbed away, and it kind of, after a while, it's a bit like pastry in a way. It comes to a point where it loses cooperation with you, and it just turned into this splat pot. And I remember, really nice teacher, he used to smoke in the cupboard. He just laughed. In a good way. He laughed with me, and I realised it was probably not going to be that, you know, craft and etc. was not going to be my strong point. Okay, we've got some really interesting cards here. There's all sorts going on. All sorts going on, people. Right. The beautifully rounded High Priestess card. Look at those corners. I know. Not bad, eh? We have a new moon on this card. We have a new moon in Cancer coming up on the 2nd of July. High Priestess, of course, is what is not known, what is hidden, the subconscious. It's our gut feeling. It's our... whatever that is. Juju. It's the way we know stuff that we don't think we know. It's the way we know stuff before we even know that we know it. It's going to be hard to get a read on things, I think, this weekend. Our usual faculties may not cooperate with us. A bit like the thumb pot. This is your spiritual thumb pot, you know. You might thumb it into a splat and then say, what's that? It's just a mess, okay? Chariot in reverse, Cancerian energy in reverse. I feel like we are going backwards into July, which is really weird. You know, I mean, you do it on a tennis court when you're trying to do a smash. Usually it looks really unglamorous. You can see the ball's going to go over your head, and what you're supposed to do is kind of turn sideways and do this amazing karaoke step. What you actually do is lumber backwards, trying not to be blinded by the sun with your racket in the air, sort of pointing more out of, you know, hope than skill. It's that. We're kind of lumbering backwards into July. Lumbering backwards into July, slightly clumsily, and maybe without much spiritual grace, but you know, we have to forgive ourselves because these energies are a bit wonky, they're a bit topsy-turvy. And there's lots of planets going into retrograde in July, and I'm not an astrologer, I always say that, you know, check out Cafe Astrology, but I do think it's, if we got Jupiter, Neptune, maybe Pluto and Mercury, I'm not sure. Spiritual big jobs are going down, let's just put it that way, okay? And it's going down in a backwards kind of a way. There you go, that's as astrological as it's going to get, but you all have quite a lot of good astrological knowledge, and what you don't have you can find on Cafe Astrology or any other good astrologer on YouTube. Ace of Wands in reverse, the rocket that went down the toilet. It's a good reason. It's a good reason. Or there is a good reason for it. Ace of Wands is, you know, the vernal warmth, the whole let's go. But it's not the right time. It would be really maybe disastrous, probably quite funny to, as Abraham Hicks calls it, launch a rocket of desire right now. The Fool in reverse. That's the leaping, going for it, the zero, the beginning, the new journey, the woohoo, doink, let's go. Okay, no, that's like, remember, you know when they do, I think they do it on memes, you know, where someone goes forward, goes back, goes forward, goes back. It's the going back. It's all going back. It's all almost recoiling. What would be better is to just go with that energy of reversal, of retrograding. It's always better to go with it. So anything like cleaning out cupboards, I know. Going over things like taxes, you know, I'm really selling it to you. Retrograde means anything that is going over again, looking at something again. If you have like an entangled legal situation, get legal advice. If you have an entangled legal situation, you may look back over it. You may search old smelly papers and find things. If you're looking for something you've lost, it will come to light. Go with the retrograde energy. Try not, if you can, to slog upstream. It's just going to feel so heavy and difficult and pointless. Knight of Cups energy. I really like this Knight of Cups, even though I feel that he has been cropped. This rather slimline cropped Knight of Cups. I just like the flowers. You know, he has not nipped by the garage on the way up to your house and thought to himself, you know, I don't know about you, but got some of those chrysanthemums that slightly smell of cat wee and are still in the really cheap cellophane, and no, he's gone out and he's bought a posy. You know, they're either hand-picked, and there's nothing better than someone who steals some flowers for you. And I'm not advocating stealing flowers, I'm just saying. Someone who puts together a decent posy. It's thoughtful, okay? It's quality beefy, it's quality. It's not, you know, here's some naggy chrysanthemums. You can tell I'm speaking from experience. Okay, in the comments section, please, men, ladies, whichever way it goes, put a comment about flower experiences, okay? That, there was someone at the door. It's all very exciting. Anyway, put in the comment section about your flower receiving or giving experiences, okay? And your thoughts. Any hilarious anecdotes, most welcome. Let's have an oracle card. Oh. Let's just stick with this one, okay? I love it. Oh, I'm not allowed to. Oh my God. All right. That's me taking an extra. We get peace, which I should have stuck with, and yang. This is the Ace of Wands in reverse. Peace and yang. You're going to feel like going for it. You're going to feel like going forward. You're going to feel like grabbing. You're going to feel the yang energy. There is plenty of it around. Make peace with not doing that if you can. I know it's not the easiest thing in the world. Let's have a Healing with the Angels oracle card. Okay, good. Yes. self-acceptance, and also just accepting the limitations of what you can change and what you can't when the flow of energy is not entirely in your favour, or the wind or the fire or whatever it is just isn't moving forward in the same way that you are. It's moving all over the place, and mostly it's kind of retrograding. So just get into the mindset, if you can, of being where you are. And it is going to be 2 steps forward, 3 steps back, 5 steps forward, 1 step back, 1 step forward, 2 steps back, all of the steps and all of the numbers, okay? It's a really casserole-y energy. Lady of Faith, I love this card. Have faith, okay? This lady is armoured everywhere except the heart. Moving forward through faith, heart-led, okay? Leave me a comment about the flowers, subscribe to the channel, check out your July readings, and I'll see you soon. Namaste.